The garden's an incredible space. I'd say it's not a typical community garden in the sense that our activity goes beyond the garden.
Being part of something bigger than ourselves was always a very attractive idea.
Because a community garden will be a hub. It will be an icon for people to explore and see what you can do.
It's about community. It's like a kind of network, a neural network of nature.
So the great thing I could open it up with is taking them around the garden, talking about how sustainable we are.
We learn from everybody else so that we take advice from other people.
It's a great place to be.
I think it's amazing.
So we're here today at the Heston Community Garden, and this is the home of Heston Action Group.
And we started originally because we were concerned about litter in this area, and we began undertaking a series of litter picks. But that quickly grew into a concern about the overall environment and what we could do to tackle the deteriorations that we saw. For example, in the people's front gardens, there was a gradual paving over of front gardens, which we're very shocked about and want to do something about. But that then grew into, how do we make an impression about the greening issues within this location? And Ma said we should have a community garden, because a community garden will be a hub. It will be an icon for people to explore and see what you can do with the green environment. And that's what we've done. We've had numerous, endless discussions with our local council, London Borough of Hounslow, and they have given us this space within Sutton playing fields in Heston. And over the years since 2018, we've gradually transformed it into a growing space, but also a space for the whole community. Would you not agree, Mark?
I agree entirely with you, Phil. So the first trees that we planted were in 2020 in April, and there were 5 trees, fruit trees donated by the Orchard Project, and 4 of them were taken by locals, and then we decided actually it's very nice to work with the community to have and grow local food, and also that gave us the idea of giving things away for people who are in need of certain things. So we then linked in that to the West London Tree Hub. Now we have trees to give away to people if they need them to grow the front gardens, to depave the front gardens, so if they want to add in their schools. And we are more than happy to be able to amalgamate the green spirits of Heston community.
Today's our harvest festival, so we've been getting all of our various crops that have come in, sharing them with all the volunteers who come to the garden, and then getting them to create dishes. It's all disappeared because people have taken the food, and to share the dishes that they've created with each other. So it's been a really lovely day. Lots of new faces as well as old, sharing food, talking, catching up on the busy summer that we've had in the garden, and also the plans ahead for autumn and ahead.
We're doing a very good job by getting people to cook the thing that they grow. So it's a great space to do that.
We managed to get the fence up eventually with the help of the council and really recreate this area and create different zones. So we have a wild area, we have a tree hub area, a medicinal garden, a little pond.
Welcome to the pond. This is Heston Action Group's pond. The big step forward was when we actually got IAG to come along.
IAG Cargo, yeah.
And they brought all their muscle and their handsome young people. And in literally a day, they had, I'm afraid, done more than we had done in the previous 3 months. We're very pleased to say that we've actually got some wildlife in there, and we look forward to more wildlife joining us in the next 12 months.
It's amazing. We have this wonderful polytunnel here as well. It's our base of operations, all built through recycled wood with volunteers. We meet every Saturday and Sunday morning. We have different groups that come on each day, depending on their availability.
It gets me out on a Sunday morning and I run around and I do some exercise.
Running around?
Yeah.
Getting fit, yeah.
Getting fit and planting things and eating things and digging and cutting down stuff and, you know, just basic gardening.
We have a real focus on recycling water. So we have rainwater from neighbours' roofs that come into the garden, so we're self-sufficient from a water perspective. And we run lots of events here for local community groups, other community groups and local schools. So this is the West London Tree Hub Nursery, project funded by Grow Back Greener and the London Mayor's Department. And this is where we keep very young trees and we look after them, ready for planting out, whether in the local parks, on local streets or people's front gardens. But we've also been doing a lot of stuff with local schools, and Linda's been spearheading that work.
Well, going back to summer 2023, we had 3 schools visit. So I set up some activities. One was to do with the tree hub, getting them involved with trees and seeing how important they are. They were Year 5 children, so they have a topic during the year about sustainability. So the great thing I could open it up with is taking them around the garden, talking about how sustainable we are. For example, rainwater harvesting, reusing wood, all these kind of aspects. But they were also going to repot the trees for us into bags, into sustainable bags. We also had Year 3 children doing the same thing. Because we also had, thanks to the Mayor of London, appropriate sized tools, even the young Year 3s could get involved with that too. So this year, we thought, well, it's about time we offered the trees to the schools.
All the school kids so far, if you use this learning circle to sit round, and we stand in the middle and go through the sessions with them. But Phil, we've got some plans for the future from next week.
Next week, and on Monday, in fact, we're having a pagoda delivered, and we've been in negotiation and discussion with the council to get this constructed within the garden for some years. And that now is coming to fruition.
Had over 400 children here in the last year and a half. The garden's an incredible space. I'd say it's not a typical community garden in the sense that our activity goes beyond the garden. So we take a lot of trees that we have in the garden and we plant them out in local parks. We plant them out on streets. We encourage local residents to depave their driveways and their gardens, and we give them trees and plants to help them do that, and some advice. So we try and spread the influence of the garden beyond the gates and into the local community. And we work collaboratively with other community groups around Hounslow and beyond. So here with Ma and Karen. Karen from Abundance London, and Ma, the brainchild behind this community garden as well. So Karen being the inspiration for us from across the other side of the borough, and responsible for the lovely cherry tree walk that we have here.
Yes,
so just want to tell us about
trees.
Refugee trees, yeah, from Chiswick all the way here. So just tell us about your impressions. When was the last time you came here?
I think 2 years ago. You've had the trees?
Trees? More than 2 years, yeah.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
No, it's it's kind of big exposed site, and you're making little corners of it. I think it's brilliant. I'm actually quite jealous. I may have been the inspiration, but now I realise I've got some learning to do.
It's a great place to be. It's a really nice place to hang out on the weekend.